San Diego's #1 hit music station, Channel 933. It's Cabana Boy Jeff in America's finest city. And there's one thing that everybody's talking about, and it's not the weather. It's the San Diego Sockers.
This city deserves a championship, so I have this question. Who's it gonna be? What team is gonna step up? What player is gonna become a superstar? Who is going to become a legend in this town? And that team is the San Diego Sockers.
San Diego, we need you.
Who's got the hat trick?
Are you with us? Let's do this.
From the field at Pechanga Arena, San Diego, it's time for the Major Arena Soccer League on MASL TV. Tonight, the San Diego Sockers and Tacoma Stars, last year's Pacific Division playoff opponents, meet for the first of 6 times, first of 3 here in America's finest city. Alongside Nate Abarea, Craig Elston here with you on MASL TV. Welcome once again to our coverage of the San Diego Sockers. And Nate, on Thursday, the Sockers traveled up to Ontario, first road match of the year, huge win. 4-2, the last 2 goals conceded just in the final 3 minutes against a 6-attacker formation. Sockers defense has really led the way so far this year.
It's been all about the total team effort, but with the emphasis on an area that needed improvement. That was an area Sockers had no qualms in saying was a weakness at critical points last year, and it looks like they're on the road to ample improvement, to massive improvement in comparison to last year and some of the defensive shortcomings. It's good to see because I think the offense will come around as this season progresses. Good to see this strong Sockers D from the beginning here in this 2018-19 season.
And leading the way is the man in net, Boris Pardo. 16 saves against the Fury Thursday night up in the Inland Empire. He's leading the MASL in goals against average, and hey, that's nothing new.
Nothing new for Boris Pardo. What is new for Boris Pardo is not having another fantastic MASL all-first-team goalkeeper on the same roster. This is his job. This is his squad. Chris Toth, we had the first Toth versus Pardo matchup the other night. Got to kind of put that narrative to bed a little bit and make it about the teams as it should be. But Boris Pardo is up for the challenge. He's up for the new personal culture of being the guy with this Sockers team, and the Sockers are in capable hands with him between the posts, for sure.
Now you look to the Tacoma Stars, we see familiar faces coming back. Of course, Danny Waltman in net. We all know about him. Matt Clare makes his first appearance against the Sockers after playing the last 3 years for the Sockers. But we got to talk about Nick Ferrara, wearing number 10, leading the Stars in goals and scoring, and now leading them both literally and statistically. Ferrara named the team's player/head coach after Darren Zawatsky took the job at FC Tucson in the USL, and now it's Ferrara. He's the man in charge.
One time last year, all of last season, did we see a player coach for the opposition here against the Sockers. In the first 2 home games, 2 times here this season. Last week with RGV and now with Nick Ferrara. And this is a bit of an emergency situation for Tacoma. No one saw the departure of Sawatsky coming. It was a big break for Darren Sawatsky and a wild set of circumstances that led to him heading to USL, heading back outdoors. And a big testament, a big credit to the Major Arena Soccer League with how that whole situation has been handled and what it all means. And what it all means for Nick Ferrara. He's the player coach. He's back here in an arena he knows very well, and he's leading the charge as a forward and as the manager for Tacoma here this evening. It's a fantastic story.
Stars 2-1, Sockers 2-0. Should have a good match for you tonight on MASL.TV. We're right back with the opening kickoff next.
Excuse me, I'd like to make a withdrawal.
Sure. Checking, savings, or Sockers?
Sockers?
Wait, what?
That's my team.
Sockers are awesome.
The Sockers are awesome. Join us on Saturday, January 5th, when the Sockers renew their rivalry with the Ontario Fury. All fans receive a Sockers Clear Fanny Pack. Get your tickets today. Call 866-799-GOAL or go online to sdsockers.com. And welcome inside Pechanga Arena, San Diego, and up in the broadcast booth now, ready for MASL action between the San Diego Sockers and the Tacoma Stars. Craig Elston, Nate Abarea with our TVX video crew to bring you all the action, and thanks to everyone tuning in around the country, including up in Tacoma. Know you guys have a watch party going, and we say salutations to all of you. 15 minutes on the first quarter clock. The Stars in their white with a diamond pattern along the midriff into a navy blue. White shorts, they will travel left to right and east to west in the opening 15. The Sockers in their blue and gold with blue shorts and gold socks, and they will go right to left. The whistle has sounded. We are underway. Shane Butler and Ramiro Cruz are tonight's referees. Dennis Vargas, our assistant. Kenneth Pusio is the fourth official. And it's the Sockers and the Stars on MASL TV. Danny Waltman, one of the great goalkeepers of his generation, facing high pressure from the Sockers in the opening 20 seconds. San Diego with 4 players on the attacking side of the field right now. Stars are able to break it into defensive midfield, and his first touch of the season for Zé Roberto, the 40-year-old, drawing into the lineup in match number 3.
Back into the lineup for Zé Roberto. Zé Roberto, someone who these fans know all so well, as they know Craig Giles, and he almost scores there, Craig.
Escoto in the corner after Giles boomed one off the frame. Craig is leading the MASL in hits off crossbar, frame, and post so far this year, and he also has 2 goals and 3 points. In the corner, Giles trying to fish it out. We've got a whistle, a holding call against San Diego will be the game's first foul.
It's a great storyline coming into this game. The return of Matt Clare. A few people with San Diego connections on the Tacoma side. We'll talk about those throughout the game, but Matt Clare, 3 years in a Sockers uniform, and Clare back in the arena tonight. He had so many people to say hi to, but it was also funny when all the Sockers went over to say hi, there were 7 or 8 different Sockers who just walked right past him. Then I remembered because they weren't his teammates.
Yeah.
They're all new Sockers this year. I'm like, oh yeah, who's that guy?
Clare sent it over to Philip Lund, a dynamic forward. 5 goals in 2 games. Didn't play in Tacoma's loss to Ontario 6-3 a week ago today. Waltman off to Troy Peterson and back to Waltman. Pee Wee Ortega pressuring for San Diego. Almost got the steal there. Loose in the corner. Waltman has to rattle it off the high glass. Childs chest down, shoots, scores! Craig Childs opens up the scoring at 1:37 in the first. Chesting it down for a one-touch half volley and a goal. His 3rd of the year, his 3rd in 3 games. 1-0 San Diego.
Craig Giles with a brilliant goal. Giles manages to finish it off for the Sockers.
And a 1-0 lead for San Diego. And Giles with a point in every game, a goal in every game so far, Nate.
And no post hits thus far. One goal, 1 post hit for Giles.
Faleza wall pass. Pittman bumped off the ball.
Had to wait all the way to the 3rd quarter for opening score last game. Giles, after just 1 minute and 37 seconds here tonight, gets the Sockers on the board.
And unassisted on that one, of course. 1 shot, 1 goal, 1 lead for San Diego. Their earliest score of the year, their first quarter score in 3 matches. And it came bright and early. You know, that's that heavy shot of Craig Giles on frame that's made him a 3-time MVP in indoor soccer. Christian Gutierrez had a pair of goals in his debut. Leo is fighting for the ball in the corner now for San Diego with Pittman. This one bounces off the angle and a quick distribution by Waltman trying to set up Ferrara. Beautiful throw. One-touch shot and goal. Give Waltman the assist. One of the best throwouts you can see, and Ferrara makes it count with a dazzler. It's 1-1.
Que golazo, Nick Ferrara. Player coach says I could do it all. Make the lineup, drill the tactics, and christen the visiting scoreboard. 1-1 with 12:10 left here in the first quarter. Brilliant throw out, as you said, Craig, from Danny Waltman. He uses his hands as if he's playing with his feet. It was a gorgeous through ball, essentially, for all intents and purposes there from Waltman. Perfectly measured. Couldn't have hit it better with your feet. Great stuff from Waltman. What a finish by Ferrara. Great job using the body. dipping that shoulder, far post, nothing Pardo could do. Que golazo, 1-1.
3 off the clock, under 12 to play in the first, and tied at 1. Taylor Pond, the Yank star, got the ball loose. Ortega the back heel, but one play too fancy. Pee Wee saw Cox jump in between to intervene. For the Stars, Keats moved it around and gets it back. That's Corey Keats, the 29-year-old out of Armada, Michigan. 1 goal, 2 points this year. Good ball along the near wall. It's Ivanovic into the corner. Milan Ivanovic, the Serbian, shoots. And Pardo with his first save of the night. Escoto faces pressure from Keats. Almost lost it to Lund and got it back. If Lund controls that, he's in 1v1.
A fortunate bounce there for the Sockers. Breathe a sigh of relief. What a start we've had. 0-0 at the halftime break in the home opener. Already a goal for each side 4 minutes in.
2 ex-Sockers trying to team up here, but Claire's pass caromed away from Ferrara. Pardo able to collect. Guerrero Pino. Pino had 4 blocks up in Tacoma. Now leads the team with 6 in 3 games.
Yeah, but thinking back to, pardon me, Nick Pereira knocking that one away right there. Guerrero Pino teaming up with Raimundo Contreras throughout the season. Create a real formidable defensive partnership as the season goes on. There's Contreras, who led all those categories last year for the Sockers, and early on it's been Pino shouldering much of the load as far as those willingly taken bruises to the legs and upper body. The blocks in arena soccer for a defender, such a crucial stat.
Sockers trying to build something out of the back half right now as we approach the 5 minutes elapsed mark in the 60-minute contest. Pardo forward to Childs. Had the ball bat up in the air. Out to offensive midfield and El Vaquero, Eddie Velez. First match of the year for Velez.
Great seeing Eddie back in the lineup. Know everybody watching down in Tijuana excited to see Eddie in the lineup.
Pino carves it forward. That ball bounces along the corner glass and into Danny Waltman's hands. 5 done, 10 left to play. First quarter just settling in here. The crowd settling in as well. We'll be back after the New Year. Sockers go on a road trip on the 26th. Boxing Day, they will be in Allen, Texas against the Dallas Sidekicks. On the 28th, Monterrey. Be in Nuevo Leon for the Sockers in the Monterrey Flash. That will be on the 28th.
What an arena soccer 72 hours right there. Dallas Sidekicks, Monterrey Flash. Take it back to the days of La Raza down there in Monterrey. All the stories of Fútbol Rápido, the north of Mexico, and all the history of the Dallas Sidekicks. And seeing that brand back in action here this season in the MASL. Big 72 hours for the Sockers and big 72 hours for Craig Elston.
It's going to be a fun trip. We'll be there. There's the shot from left wing, and Pardo is up to the task. Kept his angles exactly right. And the Star is showing well in this first quarter after surrendering the game's first goal.
Yeah, great response from Nick Pereira's team. That's not going to get old saying that one.
There's Leo. Tried for the quick flick onto Farber back post, interrupted halfway through.
Yeah, that great start by Childs and the Sockers. Tacoma came right back, and since then, it's been fairly even. A little issue with the turf down there moments ago, right on one of those Kaiser Permanente logos.
I see that on the southern side. There's a little bit of a lift.
Yeah, it was one of the officials trying to pat it down, almost like a greenskeeper out there.
Leo draws 2, shoots
Ooh.
Sharp angle. Waltman makes the save along the boards. Working to the 8-minute remaining mark. 8:20 left in the first quarter clock. Sockers and Stars tied up 1-1. Here's a pass into the near corner.
I like that ball.
First down in there, Ivanovic. And battling him for control, it's taken away by the Sockers. Leo got it loose and then got off.
That was a nice left-footed little clip in there. Tacoma has got those passes on. You see him go straight to that area again, over there towards Ivanovic.
Here's Pereira to Claire. Matt Claire, 4 goals in the first 3 games for Tacoma. You know he'd love to mark here today. Sockers show pressure. Hiram Ruiz called for the foul. And that'll allow Adam West to come loose. The 32-year-old out of Gig Harbor, Washington.
Adam West.
West, only listed at 6 foot. Seems to be towering over some of the shorter Sockers out there. At least from up here, it looks like a good solid 6'1", 6'2" to me. Here's Ferrara looking for the ball along the northern wall. Sends it back down to Waltman. Possession for the Stars with 7:13 left in the first quarter, knotted up at 1 apiece.
It's listed at 6'1" for Adam West because Batman is a very humble human being.
Yes.
No need to brag.
Speed rush, Jamel Cox. 4 touches, a 5th, a 6th. In, here he comes. There's the right-footed save by Pardo. Cox with a wonderful run. Pardo up to the final test. Escoto returns, slide tackle by Ramos. Escoto wants a foul. Play on, says Ramiro Cruz.
Fair stuff there from Tacoma and great stuff from Boris Pardo. Not great stuff from the Sockers out on the pitch, allowing Cox to get all the way in there, but Pardo just standing his ground there on that last save.
Good steal, Gonzalez, but he shoots it into the penalty box.
You got to stand in your ground. Gonzalez flying into that challenge. Thought it was going to be a little shoulder-to-shoulder action, but Gonzalez won the ball, unfortunately. Knocked it out into touch. Tacoma will have it on the restart once we come out of this timeout. 6:32 left here in the first quarter, Craig. And gotta say, good stuff from both sides throughout this first quarter. And again, Tacoma had every excuse to kind of dip down and be a little shell-shocked after that quick goal from the Sockers. They battled right back, and you love the scoreline right now, 1-1, because it's perfect when you look at the 2 goal scorers. Craig Childs for San Diego, Nick Pereira for Tacoma. Heard this song before. We've seen the dance before. We'll see how this one continues. It's normally the Sockers carrying on strong when it's in this building, but so far, veteran leadership from both sides.
The Sockers would like to thank Miter USA for providing today's match balls. Miter, founded in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's oldest sporting goods brands, starting production in 1817. Miter is a proud partner of the Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to the MASL and MASL2. You're watching the Sockers and Stars on MASL TV. Catch every Major Arena Soccer League match each week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.tv. Greg Elston, Nate Abatea with you on a 1-1 tie. Childs early at 1:37, unassisted. Ferrara just a minute 13 later at 2:50 on a beautiful distribution from Danny Waltman, throwing it almost across 3 lines, but not quite. Here's Waltman into the corner for Ferrara, the beach soccer United States star and San Diego native. Harassed Joey Jertson in offensive midfield.
Oh,
a beautiful layoff by Pereira.
Lovely little layoff there for Pereira. And now he coaches.
Keats to Cox. Ball hops in the air. Tries for a kind of random bike there. It's a 1-speed bike from Hoffey on clearance at Walmart. Here's Pino. Under 6 to play in the first quarter now. Pardo, possession with Zé Roberto. The Brazilian watches it back to the veteran from Queens, New York, Boris Pardo. Pardo, 16 saves Thursday against Ontario. We saw in the open some of the highlights provided by our TVX crew, that one-handed from his knees save, flicking the ball up into the frame, and then grabbing it on the ground. Spectacular performance Thursday. Can the Sockers consummate the weekend by winning at home against Tacoma today? That's the big question. It's Roberto. Back to Pardo. Long ball forward. Gutierrez looking for the header. Heads it across instead. He was trying to send it across the frame to Childs, and the Stars defuse the play. 10 gone, 5 remaining in the first. Tied at 1. This game has slowed down quite a bit. Here's Pino. Nice rush. Got around a man. Shoots. Keeping the angle was Waltman from right post.
Look what Pino did there with the little wall pass to himself there. Touch up the wing into space. A little sneaky speed. A little deceptive velocity with the feet there. Guerrero Pino.
Claire forward, feeding McCluskey. It's Vince McCluskey back. Claire let it go by. West challenged, lost the ball, foul called on Childs. Would have been a 2v1 with a streaking Farber. Instead, it'll be a free kick from left wing.
Whew, you can hear that one from up here. Adam West. Bit of Childs, bit of the boards. Slow to get up. But the Tacoma man is all ready to get back to work. No training staff necessary for Adam West, Gig Harbor, Washington native.
Stay up to date with the latest San Diego Sockers announcements, player news, latest deals and promotions, and the sights and sounds of the MASL season. Follow the Sockers on social media. Like the San Diego Sockers page on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at San Diego Sockers. The shot is blocked out by Contreras, who took it hard. Contreras hopping on the left toe. Looked like he got that one on the big toe. West.
Claire taking a rip from deep there. You know he wants to score on his return to this arena. Maybe the shot wasn't on there. Claire saying, I'm cracking the volley anyway. And watch out for this run from Claire up that left side.
Ivanovic saw it go over on the north side.
It's been the sweet spot of the field for Tacoma. No, they got the goal on that attacking right side for Ferrara, but you've been watching these runs. You've been watching where Pereira's been telling people to go. The player coach sees something over there on the right side of that Sockers defense.
Here's Contreras. Looks like the pain of that blocked shot receded quickly. Pollo, Hiram Ruiz had a wonderful turn for the third goal in Ontario in the third quarter on Thursday night. Pee-wee to Leo. De Oliveira in the corner, draws the double, steps through, chips it back, but Escoto couldn't handle a hot ball. Pardo retrieves as the clock ticks under 3.5. First quarter action from San Diego. De Oliveira again trying to feed Escoto along the mid-wall. There's Pereira to take it away. The big man Pereira lost it in the double team. Then pushing Escoto around. Escoto trying to hold him off. Gets shoved into the corner. The foul on Pereira. Free kick coming. Opportunity for a set piece for San Diego.
Taken quickly.
Quick time instead. Pino, long shot. Is a little bit high.
Not too far off there from Guerrero Pino. Always slicing high and wide, but like the energy, offensively speaking, from the Sockers defender in this first quarter.
Leo again through two. Tried to do a reverse nutmeg there, but there was nothing but stars around him. One thing's pretty clear. The Stars are intent on doubling Leo de Oliveira every time he touches the ball.
It's as if they've watched some tape, seen what that man's capable of, and those tight spaces where de Oliveira is at his finest. I think most impressive when you see him actually getting by defenders, but nonetheless, he's a guy who succeeds when he gets open space. And it seems like a pretty simple recipe for Tacoma, and that is don't give him any space when possible.
Pollo faked that he was going to send it the other way, sent it along the left wall to Bond and back to Ruiz.
Let's see what Taylor Bond brings tonight. A tough opening game here in the arena. That miss late on that would have put that game to bed. It ended up going to overtime, and the Sockers won it on that golden goal from Leo. Bond anxious to get one here tonight.
I agree. Looking for him, but in between, Tacoma able to bat this one back.
Brought great energy in that first home game, Taylor Bond.
I think Bond's going to be a big-time player for the Sockers up front, but he's a player who's going to also have a little time to adjust.
Absolutely.
To be in on this club. And I think those adjustments are what you're watching these days. Escoto under pressure, lost it to Keats, but with two hands extended, Keats gets the whistle.
Fortunate. I think it was a foul. Keats opts right off.
Gonzalez. Here's Eddie Velez. Minute 45 left in the first quarter, tied at 1. Gonzalez sends it, a rolling ball forward for Cristian Gutierrez. Back to Gonzalez. Eddie trying for the turn. The bigger man, West, all over him. Takes the ball away to Megson. Megson sees it lost to Gonzalez. Juan Gonzalez just flips it to the far wall. Bond is going to try to battle. Bond, lovely. Now Velez got a blind look at chipping that ball. Wound up in the Stars' breadbasket.
I think Eddie just trying to get a touch any way he can there. Almost put it into a dangerous area.
Working to the final minute of the first quarter now. A very quick start, and then things settled back into the type of soccer that we have seen from the Sockers this year. Easy read to steal that pass. Adam West getting in between Gutierrez and Childs.
A lot of canceling out here in this first quarter.
The 15th minute underway. Here's West.
Love that play from Claire there.
Sends it forward. Contreras let it go through to Pardo.
It ends up coming to nothing, but that's just a definitive play out of the back. That's possessing out of the back right there. As big of a pass as you're going to see across your own defensive third, but it's the right pass. Claire was able to spring that whole attack.
Pardo looking for Farber in the air. Knocks down to Childs. Back to Farber. Scores! Two teammates who have been together for 7 years. Kirk Childs Brian Farber. Combined on the goal, Farber opens his account for 2018-19, and Sockers magic in the final minute of the quarter once again. A 2-1 lead.
Farber and Childs have been together for 7 years. One of their teammates for 3 years also got into the mix on this goal. It was Matt Clare on Farber there at the last. And as you see this one come out, Matty Clare on his return to this grand old arena simply blasted it off Brian Farber. Assist to number 99, and the Sockers get the lead. Not the return that Matt Clare was looking for. We'll see if he can channel the anger in the best way as this game progresses.
Scored by number 7, Brian Farber. Assisted by number 37, Craig Childs.
Well, I think you saw it right, Nate, but Childs gets the assist nonetheless.
Childs gets the assist, but Matt Clare blasted that one right off of Brian Farber, and you saw the just look of disgust from Clare at the end of it. Straight back to the bench. Got to collect himself. Plenty of game left for him to really mark the return in the way that he wanted to.
The final 10. Here's Ortega, just missing left post. Flicked on, a header try is wide, and that's how the first quarter comes to an end.
Rip by Pee Wee. My goodness.
Childs early, Farber late. 2-1 San Diego. Ferrara sandwiched in between. Shots 5-3 in favor of Tacoma. The score 2-1 in favor of the Sockers. You're watching the San Diego Sockers on MASL TV.
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the fino things in life.
Excuse me, I'd like to make a withdrawal.
Sure. Checking, savings, or Sockers.
Sockers?
Wait, what?
That's my team.
Sockers are awesome.
The Sockers are awesome. Join us on Saturday, January 5th, when the Sockers renew their rivalry with the Ontario Fury. All fans receive a Sockers Clear Fanny Pack. Get your tickets today. Call 866-799-GOAL or go online to sdsockers.com.
Hi, thanks for checking out American Spa and Pool Pros. We provide liability insurance for pool service professionals. Whether your business is pool repair, builders, remodelers, plasterers, or just about any service for swimming pools, we have a plan for you. Our customers love us, and they keep coming back year after year. We're licensed to insure your pool business in more states than any other pool service association in America. We offer great coverage and competitive rates. There's a flexible plan that's perfect to protect your business and your livelihood. Have a question? Just ask. We look forward to you becoming a member of ASAPP today.
Jill, Tegan, Paxton,
Kaylin,
and we're proud members of California Coast Credit Union.
We were all able to get car loans through Cal Coast at a great rate. It was quick and easy, all 4 times.
That's the Cal Coast advantage to us.
Back with you for second quarter action now on MASL TV. Craig Elston, Nate Abarea with you. 2-1 San Diego, a Brian Farber goal at 14:32 of the first to break the 1-1 tie. Craig Childs early, Nick Ferrara in between. Sockers and Stars reverse sides. San Diego traveling left to right as we bring you the action from the north side of Pechanga Arena, San Diego.
Oh!
And here we have, has to be a call. Roberto takes one to the cheek.
The high boot, and thankfully Zé Roberto not too harmed by it. See if the Sockers try to work a little training ground masterpiece here. San Diego fortunate to have this 2-1 lead for that late goal in the first quarter.
Free kick. It's Contreras. Well wide. Attempting to fly through the air with the greatest of ease, Zé Roberto. But the Brazilian circus act comes up a little short this time. It's 2-1. Here's Contreras to Brandon Escoto. Soccer's in the midst of 5 matches in 12 days. This is the second of the week. Gutierrez, header by Childs off post.
Wow. Again, Craig Childs off the post.
Gutierrez, a clean steal, picks the pocket, back to Escoto, booms it, one-handed save.
Wow.
Waltman comes up with the left mitt.
It's a left mid. I think it might have been a left bicep there from Waltman. He's got that big old left arm up there. Great save from Danny.
Waltman struggling on the save percentage coming into tonight at just .481. Here's Escoto with the tiptoe steal in front of the Sockers bench. And the Ron Newman Field sign. That's where we are. Ron Newman Field inside Pechanga Arena, San Diego. Right wing, Velez. Eddie sends it low to Leo. De Oliveira tiptoes back. Velez, hard cross. Pittman knocks it down and settles the ball with the sole of his foot. A quick step over and a chip back out to settle. It's Contreras. It's Leo right angle. Oliveira tried to pass to himself. Pee-wee retrieves the loose change in offensive midfield. Luis Ortega missed well over half of last season due to injury. Sockers are thrilled to have him back and hope to have him all year. Here's Pino forward to Leo. De Oliveira working the mid wall and back out to the corner. And looks like a holding foul call. And that's what Leo does. I mean, people are dragging all over him because he's got the ability to possess the ball.
He's going to draw fouls. He's also going to draw up open space for teammates. And it's something that I think is going to pay dividends for the Sockers as this game progresses. They really want to center in on De Oliveira. Somebody else is going to open up.
Pino. Pardo is going to be asked to move up. Can't cross the midfield stripe till the fourth quarter, new MASL rule.
A strange one.
I agree. I think it's needless.
And especially when you have a goalie like Danny Waltman on the other side.
Here's El Vaquero. Couple fakes to the right foot. Then he's cleanly taken away.
What a tackle.
Pino, look out. It's Ramos. Ramos through the legs. Takes a bump. Draws a foul.
They want a card. Tacoma wants a card, and you understand the sentiment from the Stars bench right now. That all started with a brilliant tackle at the other end from Milan Ivanovic. All the way forward with Ramos. Ramos was clattered down there by Pino.
Elbow to the midriff there.
Ooh. It's not just the level of physicality there. It was the tactical approach of that foul. It was
three-man wall. They shoot anyway, looking for the back post header. Ferrara almost got it there, now out of play.
You know, and in the end of it, it's a good foul. In the end of it, that's a good foul from Guerrero Pino right there. The only way to make them pay is to score from that set piece. They don't, and Pino, that's professional defending. I mean, it's a bit of the dark arts, but no card drawn. You don't put your team down a man. You just get it solid back up, defend the set piece, and, man, we go the other way.
In the air, Waltman basically punches down his ex-teammate Taylor Bond and takes the ball. And the game's getting a little more physical, and it's getting quite entertaining. 2-1 San Diego leads. Second quarter, 3 minutes elapsed in this quarter, 11:39 remaining. Ball out of play on an errant touch across the field. And back top of the arc for San Diego, it looks like.
Wow, I thought that might have deflected its way out, but...
Well, here's an opportunity.
It's a gift.
The Sockers have cashed one top of arc so far this season. And it was this man who did it, Craig Childs. He did so with a hesitation play to break the wall. Leo to his left, Gutierrez to his right. Leo. Save, Waltman. The long throw. How brilliant will this one be? One hopped and headed by Pardo away, who came out to reduce the angle.
Great stuff by Boris Pardo there. It's not easy. You got people barreling down at you. You've got to stay calm there and let that one come to you.
Childs drops it back to Contreras. Forward. Off the glass, trying to bring down a hot ball with Zé Roberto, playing unusually forward for the Sockers today. And the foul's called on Zé.
Yeah, a few times in this first half, you say it's unusual thinking over the last few years with Zé Roberto, but as far as tonight, that's pretty much where we've seen him exclusively. Now he gets back to help out defensively, but he's made more noise up in the attacking third, getting involved in the Sockers' offensive game. Ooh.
Ruiz with the steal. Escoto across. Childs, good block. A critical block by Troy Peterson at the moment of truth.
And then off the Childs in the end of it. So it'll just be a restart for Danny Waltman here with 10:53 left. The second quarter. Again, good response from the Tacoma Stars. I think unfortunate to have this game where it's at. Could very easily be at 1-1. I think the fair scoreline, the quote-unquote fair scoreline, would be 1-1, but down a goal. Unlucky for Matt Clare, blasting that one off his ex-teammate Brian Farber. The Sockers.
The ball is stuck, by the way, in case you are wondering what's happening. Get us a new ball, they say. That was a very stubborn attempt by our lead referee, Shane Butler, to get that ball from the deep end area there. And at last they decide, you know what? This ball's just as good as the other. They're both made by Miter. West heads it to the middle and Childs knocks it down. Chests it, soul roll, sends forward. Escoto shoots off the wall. He was looking for Childs. Now the shot! There's Waltman! Denying Gutierrez. Danny Waltman playing so far a brilliant match for Tacoma. Escoto another steal. Escoto is on the carpet. Here's Childs to the left. Waltman punches it away. And Clare punts it.
Danny Waltman, have yourself a second quarter.
My goodness.
But what a rip that was by Christian Gutierrez moments ago. He caught it clean. He almost found a corner. Waltman actually had to go down and to the side for that one. Last one from Childs, pretty much right down the throat, but still Waltman, save after save here in the second period.
He's in the Zen mode right now. Blue card, too many men on the field, it looks like.
Yeah.
And I believe against San Diego, the Sockers are going to go a man down on an unforced error. So with 9:59 left in the second quarter, an opportunity for Tacoma to try and level the score. They will have their first power play of the night. The Sockers so far this year have killed both power plays they've faced. Now hold on. I take it. It's both. I've got to take it back because we've got two men in the box. And Nate, I think I misread that situation. It looks like we just have an evening out of a foul call. Maybe we can go back and see on tape what happened there, but simultaneous to Ortega going in.
I'll wait for clarification, but I was with you.
Yeah, Cox, Rafael Cox of Tacoma. Did both teams throw an extra man on the floor at the same time? I'm not sure, and we're waiting to hear a call. When we do, we'll share it with you, and we'll all learn together. However, what we have is a 4v4 situation. 4-on-4 indoor soccer for the next minute and 31 seconds. Here's the call.
Court for San Diego, number 69, Hiram Ruiz. 2 minutes for pushing. For Tacoma, number 23, Rafael Cox. Also 2 minutes for pushing. Time of the penalties, 5:01.
All right, so Ortega instead of Ruiz, but matching pushing calls is what we have there, Nate, and now we've sorted it all out. Thankfully, Callan McClure got the call downstairs, our public address announcer. Halfway through the 4-on-4, Clare bending one across the red line, shouldered away, Farber with a chance to run. But instead, a foul called behind.
Wow, Farber's thinking, he kidding me? 4v4, I finally get one of these wide open spaces situations. Farber's the guy who lives for 4v4, something you don't see all too often. Farber did nothing wrong. It was one of his teammates that committed the foul behind him. Free kick to Tacoma.
Sent back to Waltman. West with eyes up. Over Keats, pardon me. Corey Keats, 29-year-old, holds the ball. On the Kaiser Permanente logo. The Stars moving it around now to midfield, and Ramos challenged. Leo looking for the steal. Ramos is on the floor. Leo's tipped it loose. He goes down. There's the foul call. And Leo waiting to get up, checking his elbow. 28 seconds left in the 4v4. The free kick will come from just inside the red line, angled right. It looks like Ray Contreras will face a two-man wall for Tacoma.
Farber here on this near side.
That's Keats with 3 fouls. Step over Contreras. Timeout, Contreras. 8:27 left in the second quarter. Head coach Phil Salvaggio would like to plan this one out. Save big on a great night out for a group of 20 or more and experience the excitement of a Sockers game day in a whole new way. Bring your family, your friends, your company, co-workers, or your sports team out to a Sockers game. Contact our Mary Beth Hughes in the Sockers ticket department, 866-799-GOAL, and get your group outing booked to our next game. 2-1 Sockers lead. 28 seconds left of 4-on-4 action. January 11th. Got to start talking about this name. January 11th. The Ontario Fury will be here. It's a Friday night, a $2 Bud Light Friday night, a night for fun, a night to remember, retro night. And the Sockers are going to come running on out in their vintage 87-92 blues. Those championship jerseys they won for championships 6 through 10 will be featured. You remember Bronco Segota running around, and Brian Quinn and Kevin Crow, and the list goes on. That's what the Sockers will be wearing, and those Sockers retro jerseys will be available for purchase in the merchandise booth. That same night, season ticket holders are going to get advanced pre-sale. Get your tickets to January 11th Retro Night. It's going to be a special one. SKSockers.com. Pino now rolls it over Childs. One touch into the corner. Across to the back post and blocked across.
Danny Waltman, I'm not sure how ready he was there. Thankfully for Danny, his defenders were on the job.
This one knocked down by Pino, but a handball.
Got to be a handball against Pino there. They want to play it quick.
Quick restart. And that's going to work against him as Leo picks up the ball.
The ball is actually still rolling there as Hansen came in to play it.
The definition of a quick restart. It never really stopped. I guess that's beyond a restart. It's a continuation. Here's a steal.
It's just been an awkward last minute or so here for everybody involved.
Back to full strength, 5v5 again.
Back to full mental strength now for everybody as well.
Yeah, that was just
a strange
stuff.
45 seconds there.
Things that happen. Ferrara sends it into the corner, trying for the scissor kick there. Ivanovic. Bond a step over at midfield.
Love it. Love
Taylor
it.
Walter Bond.
Get that confidence, Taylor Bond.
Now good exchange.
Far
Springs
post.
Pee-wee. Bond far post. Blocked into the corner. Bond
Pee-wee's
was wide open. He needed to be out a half second earlier. Escoto steps to the left. Working back to the right. Got held for a moment and sends it back to Pino. Sockers looking dangerous. Here's Boyo. Hiram, back heel pass. Pee-wee, tiptoe pass. Gets it back. It's the shrimp lineup out there with Boyo. There's the fall by Ortega. The blue card comes out. It's a free kick, dangerous, and a power play for San Diego.
Craig Giles coming over. He's claiming for a penalty shot. Saying that's a last man clear on goal situation.
Well, as we watch the replay, hard to say that.
Yeah, I don't know what Giles was screaming at the officials about something. He was flying over. I don't think so. I think.
Well, it's the head coach in the penalty box. He's going to have to yell at himself for taking too many penalties. Nick Ferrara with a moment of silent chastise.
Maybe it was just a personal foul situation.
And here's the power play for the Sockers, their 9th of the year. Free kick is wide right by Gutierrez to begin it. The pushing foul. Sockers are 2 for 8. The Stars have allowed a goal on both power plays they've faced so far this year.
At a 0% success rate on the kill.
Escoto across to Gutierrez.
Sockers would love for that stat to continue here.
Man from Poway and 2 Tijuanense at the top here. Boyo Ruiz in the middle and Leo lurking down low. Escoto for Leo, trying for the fancy goal.
A little too cheeky there. Little too cheeky.
30 seconds off the power play. Escoto left wing, nice pass. One-handed save, Waltman again.
Again, it's the left.
Escoto to Boyo. Hesitates. Sends it back. It's Childs. 2 touches to the left. Sends it into the corner. Gutierrez had to recover. to Escoto. Minute 10 on the man. There's the back heel try again! And there's Waltman again! Danny Waltman.
Danny.
Boyle keeps it alive while he's on the carpet. Giles, lefty shot! Joint of post and crossbar, extending his record. As Bernie Lillevoix in Ontario watches and says, yep, there's still Fury Red.
Danny Waltman. Danny Waltman. A couple of the biggest saves he's made tonight have been with the left forearm into the bicep area, just getting those arms out, stretching the limbs.
Pino recovers the ball, and the Sockers have 50 seconds left on the power play. 2-1 Sockers, under 6 to go in the second quarter. These two rivals met in the playoffs last year. Tacoma won at home. The Sockers won, forced the mini game, won that one easy. Leo back to the middle, but Escoto couldn't handle a half ball. Did well to keep possession.
Little touch there from Tacoma, a big one, inches.
30 seconds on the power play. Leo, cross, open space, but the ball was loose on the wall. Gutierrez chips it over into the corner. That's where Escoto resides. Escoto back to Gutierrez. Christian fakes to the right. We know that's his cannon foot. Escoto keeps the ball moving. Childs can shoot. Save on a punch by Waltman again. Danny Waltman racking up the saves. Childs to the corner. Leo. Wall pass tipped away from Childs. Escoto is there to recover. Power play is over. It's Boyle. Shooting! Punched away again!
Oh, Danny Waltman.
Danny Waltman, we salute you from the top row of the north side of Pechanga Arena, San Diego.
As if the save wasn't enough, diving out like a torpedo out of the water right there. Coming out and grabbing that thing off the head of Childs. Danny Waltman keeping this game at 2-1. What a first half.
What a division in the MASL Pacific. Fans, you just got to watch these matches because you see three of the very best goalies that you can see in the sport of arena soccer. Boris Pardo's happy to stare him down, folks. I'll tell you that from up here. 2-1 Sockers. 10 saves unofficially for Danny Waltman in the first half. Several one-handed and spectacular. Ferrara tried to turn. Second chance, he still holds it. That's that Peach Soccer moxie.
Fresh out of the box, too.
Ivanovic to Ferrara. Ferrara
sends
in Ivanovic. He waits, and there's Pardo.
Oh, Ivanovic tried to go for the chip.
Chance for numbers.
Good stuff from Bond.
Bond sends it forward to Gonzalez. He's got a man in the middle, but the pass was blocked away. Gets it back and misses the control. Out to an open man. It's Pittman. He will fire to test the netting above the goal.
Hansen gave it away as quick as he won it back for Tacoma, but Hansen pitched it in back there. A couple of minutes ago, Adam West with a huge, right at the end of that power play, Adam West with a huge defensive contribution to go with the goalkeeping exploits of Waltman. Team effort from Tacoma. And again, everybody just kind of canceling each other out here in this first half, still at 2-1.
In the corner. Fight for possession. Megson back to Claire. Claire has to send it back toward the benches. A hopping ball for the Stars. Settled back to Matt. Into the corner, Megson turns and wall passes. In the air, the header try by Love. Wide into the corner. Eddie Velez uses the glass. Sends it back across. Megson finds it on the wall. Roberto throws an elbow into him. And the whistle sounds. And we're going to have attention sought here, perhaps, for Megson. I think perhaps cheek and jaw area might have connected with the glass or boards. He's back up. Now. 3:10 left in what's turned into quite a second quarter. No scoring in this quarter.
No goals here in this second period yet. Definitely not lacking for excitement and physicality.
Free kick. Into the middle! Megson could only get a spinner.
Love Megson straight off the ground into traffic, almost on the end of it.
He's going to come off now as the 12th minute comes off the second quarter clock. 27 complete in this contest overall. 2-1. San Diego leading Tacoma. Greg Elston, Nate Abreu with you on MASL TV. As Matt Clare sees one taken away. Chance for the Sockers to break. Pittman coming up the middle with some space. Now as the defense closes, it's Velez along the half wall north side. Back to Childs on the midline. Sockers will possess and try and set something up. Guerrero Pino in front of his bench finds Pee Wee Ortega. Pee Wee. Pass was deflected. Chipped up in the air. Farmer says, I can win that. And he does over Ferrara. That's 5-7 over 6-3 right there, friends. Childs tries for the header, misses the ball. Controls it now in the corner. Draws the double team, Craig Childs. Already with a goal and assist tonight. The ball is up in the air. It's headed down by Claire. Ferrara flicked off of him by a man at 5'4", Pee Wee Ortega. But it's back to Claire. And now into the corner, it's Lund. Lund watches it roll away, and Pardo says, thank you, I'll take that. 13th minute gone. The long throw out, and it's one man there. Leo gets his head on the ball. One baby hop over to Danny Waltman.
Slow start from Matt Clare. Needed to be a better pass up the wing. You see Clare get a little frustrated with himself right now, but love the meditation efforts right now for Matt Clare. He's got to gather himself. I think he's still got something to say tonight.
McCluskey working on Pino. Farmer comes over for support. McCluskey works it back. A step in. It's Ivanovic. Sends it forward. Chipped in. There's the save. Pardo punches it away. Rolled it off of a foot. And Leo is there in the corner to chip it out. Looking for Farmer. Sliding to get the ball back is Hansen.
What a tackle.
What an important win there.
What a tackle from Hansen again. We were singing his praises for his defensive efforts moments ago. Saving his best for right there. But what a save from Boris Pardo seconds before that. And the pat away with the ball on the ground. With bodies kicking for it. Boris Pardo keeping this game at 2-1. Danny Waltman, eat your heart out.
Final minute of the first half. It's sent along the wall to Ferrara. The target holds, fakes the shot, so deceptive. Working from left to right foot and rolling it back out. Reset with Hansen. 45 seconds on the game clock. It's Cox back to Hansen on the soccer shield, center circle. Back in front of the Stars bench and 40 seconds left. Ferrara resets right side. Pino reaches between. Pino wins the ball away.
Now Soccer's got their go-ahead goal last quarter at 28 seconds left.
A Pardo punt there. He had nobody as there was a change. Look out, wide open. Here's the shot and goal. That's all about a bad change for San Diego. And the Stars score with 23 seconds left in the half.
Said the Sockers did it last quarter. Tacoma, after the Christmas season was in full effect for San Diego, gifted to the visitors from the Pacific Northwest, but taken beautifully in the end of it. Sockers scored with 28 left in the first quarter, and Tacoma, the product of a poor switch, as you said, Craig, score here with 23 seconds left in the half. And Jertson gets it on the assist from Hansen, as clarified downstairs by Calvin McClurk. And the Sockers get one back, though, Craig.
10 seconds. Contreras off of Pollo's foot. There's 6. Chipped in. Trying for the header, Contreras. Trying for the rebound, Bond.
That's got to be a foul on Bond there.
It will be with 2 seconds
Bond
left.
Throwing everything towards the ball there. And a few Tacoma players unhappy, thinking that a little more severe punishment. You see Adam West and Taylor Bond exchanging a few words. Waltman's just going to see this thing out, I think.
And the first half comes to an end. A very fairly earned scoreline. 2-2, the Sockers and Stars, the first of 6 meetings this year. And if they're all this good, you're going to have to come on out to Pechanga Arena, San Diego, and take in this action with your own eyes. 2-2, Childs and Farber for San Diego, Ferrara and Jertson for Tacoma. And as you mentioned, Nate, really a gift on each side, late in each respective quarter, leads us to a 2-2 tie.
Well, so the gifts cancel each other out. I guess we'll go that way with it all, and you could say a truly fair score line at halftime of this one would be 1-1. Well, 2-2, pretty much the exact same, but I don't think the Sockers see it that way. They see a heroic performance from Danny Waltman that's in their way. Definitely some things that the Sockers could pick up themselves. However, Danny Waltman is the reason why this game is tied right now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. What a first half. Already up into the double-digit save total. Waltman, man of the match through 30 minutes.
We have seen him at his best playing either for Team USA in the World Cup, playing for the Missouri Comets, where he once famously came across 3 lines and scored a goal against San Diego back in the 2013-14 season. And now here tonight, this is just vintage Danny Waltman playing at a world-class level at any point, just like any great starting pitcher in baseball, Nate. At any point, an all-time great keeper can just rise up and play a game at a high level. For 30 minutes, Waltman has done that, and frankly, Pardo did that absolutely as well. He was brilliant. But after so many great decisions, it was a long change for San Diego, and everybody trying to sprint off at the same time when Pardo had the ball not handed to him where he could hold it, but instead a situation where he had to play it with the foot, and he just kind of punted it out to Tacoma, quickly reversed by Hansen. Jertson puts it through. That makes it a 2-2 game. And I got to tell you, there's an entertaining 30 left to come.
Without a doubt, and Boris Pardo, I think, has got to be one of the most upset people in the building right now after that huge save and that flurry that Tacoma had gone on, that he thwarted, that the Sockers at the back had managed to prevent, and then you give a gift away with 23 seconds left in that first half, in that second quarter, and you're deadlocked right now. So Pardo's got to be upset right now, understandably so. Salvaggio's got to be upset right now,
yes,
understandably so. But if you're a neutral watching this, or you're a fan of either team and you're ready to come back for the second half, I know we're looking forward to it. It's going to be an exciting 30 minutes without a doubt.
All right, well, we're going to take a break here at halftime as Santa and Mrs. Claus hand out some gifts down on the field, and we'll come back with third quarter action. You are watching the Sockers and Stars tied up at 2 on MASL TV. This is halftime.
Your team. The perfect fit. The game ball. Are you ready? Soccer Loco, next level performance.
Excuse me, I'd like to make a withdrawal.
Sure. Checking, savings, or Sockers.
Sockers?
Wait, what?
That's my team.
Sockers are awesome.
The Sockers are awesome. Join us on Saturday, January 5th, when the Sockers renew their rivalry with the Ontario Fury. All fans receive a Sockers Clear Fanny Pack. Get your tickets today. Call 866-799-GOAL or go online to sdsockers.com.
Service.
Determination.
Motivation.
Dedication.
Knowledge.
We are the directors of Proactive Physical Therapy, and we are committed to your care.
Hi, thanks for checking out American Spa and Pool Pros. We provide liability insurance for pool service professionals. Whether your business is pool repair, builders, remodelers, plasterers, or just about any service for swimming pools, we have a plan for you. Our customers love us, and they keep coming back year after year. We're licensed to insure your pool business in more states than any other pool service association in America. We offer great coverage and competitive rates. There's a flexible plan that's perfect to protect your business and your livelihood. Have a question? Just ask. We look forward to you becoming a member of ASAPP today.
San Diego's #1 hit music station, Channel 933. It's Cabana Boy Jeff in America's finest city. And there's one thing that everybody's talking about, and it's not the weather. It's the San Diego Sockers.
This city deserves a championship. So I have this question. Who's it gonna be? What team is gonna step up? What player is gonna become a superstar? Who is going to become a legend in this town? And that team is the San Diego Sockers.
San Diego, we need you. Are you with us? Let's do this.
I'm Jill, Tegan, Paxton,
Kaylin.
and we're proud members of California Coast Credit Union.
We were all able to get car loans through Cal Coast at a great rate. It was quick and easy, all 4 times.
That's the Cal Coast advantage to us.
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the fino things in life.
Back with you at Pechanga Arena, San Diego. A 2-2 tie through 30 minutes, but now the second half is ready to begin. Craig Elston and Nate Abarea with you as Joey Jertson scored at 14:36 of the second to tie this one up. It was 2-1 San Diego after 15 minutes. The Stars playing their first match under player head coach Nick Ferrara. After Darren Sawatsky sent, and we wish him a fond farewell and hope he does amazing in the USL. And Ferrara has led his team to a tie, and now to call third quarter action, Nate Abarea.
Thank you very much, Greg Elston, player coach with a goal to his name in the center circle on the logo of his former club. Nick Ferrara standing on the San Diego Soccer's crest. And Nick Ferrara, after a couple of fakes, just for good measure, gets us underway. Here in the second half, the third quarter, sees the visitors from the Pacific Northwest giving one away, and Danny Waltman having to fly off his line. Wild opening 10 seconds here as this one's still tucked down to the corner and now played out by Tacoma, who, as I was going to say, are attacking from left to right on your screens here in this third period. Back with the orange-clad goalkeeper from Queens, New York, Boris Pardo. San Diego Sockers feel they should have been up 2-1 at least going into the locker room, but a giveaway, a gift from the Sockers on a poor line exchange. Saw Tacoma net the equalizer. The right foot of Jertson. Here the Sockers trying to regain the lead with Leo at the red line. Leonardo de Oliveira scored that golden goal in the home opener last week. That one driven. The foot of Pee Wee, blocked. Back with Ortega now. Crossfield, off the glass, trying to find Leo. Was there a handball in there? There was. 14:02 left here in the third quarter. My name is Nate Abarea. I'm alongside Craig Elston here on MASL TV. Pleasure and a privilege to be with you wherever and however you're watching this thing. Special hello to everybody watching up in Tacoma and in the Seattle area, cheering on their Stars. A couple of different watch parties. If you're enjoying yourselves on a Saturday night up north. Here in San Diego, it's Pee Wee again driving forward, and Ortega, Chicago native, the number 69 on his back, blasts one up into the net. And a restart for Danny Waltman. What a first half, Craig Elston, for the man with the ball right now, Danny Waltman.
He's playing at the level that saw him nationally renowned as the best indoor keeper around.
Matt Clare just got on the end of that one too, but now the Sockers fly from right to left, wearing those blue and gold kits. Gonzalez.
Look at this run.
Up the right-sided board, still going at it, still Gonzalez. Now forward, the feet of Escoto. Sockers recycle it there. Thought they may have had a chance to go for a kill move, but they maintained possession. Escoto into, it's saved. It was Gonzalez. What a save by Waltman.
This time the right hand.
Danny Waltman.
Here's a nice tackle.
Rolling out.
How is this? How is this? And Childs, the captain, has to be careful not to get 5 more. But that looked like a clean tackle of the ball. And instead, Childs goes to the box. And the Sockers go a man down in a 2-2 tie.
Power play for Tacoma here. Childs called for the foul, shown the blue card. And Tacoma, you think back to that save from Waltman, things go just a little bit differently. It's 3-2 San Diego, 5v5. Instead, it's still 2-all, and Tacoma are on the power play. Oh, how quick things can change, and it all comes back to that save from Waltman. Child's foul came no more than 10 seconds later. Tacoma on the power play, already 10 seconds elapsed. In the center circle with Jertson, who scored Tacoma's second goal with 23 seconds left in the second quarter. Jertson works it over to Matt Clare on the Kaiser Permanente logo, the former Socker. Anxious to make a mark on his return. Nick Ferrara, fancy footwork, gets it back. Farber almost knocks it away. Brian Farber had acres of green in front of him. Would have been clear through with Danny Waltman. Instead, Tacoma maintains. Ferrara back into the center. Poor touch there from Jertson. Farber just wasn't ready for it. Now Farber tried to leak out as Ortega got on the end of it. Ortega bombs clear off the glass, off the boards. Farber tucked in. Waltman's going to eat this one up and roll out to Nick Ferrara. Ferrara pressing forward up that left side. 1 minute gone in the power play. Defended by Farber. Back into the center in Jertson. Jertson over to Ferrara in space. What can Nick Ferrara do? Plays it in. What a save by Pardo. Cox stopped by Boris Pardo at point-blank range. Here's Adam West. His shot blocked by Pino. Here come the Sockers on the shorty. Can they get one? Pee-wee had a runner, didn't play him. What's the call here?
Drew the foul. Pee-wee on the shorty, which is a great thought to begin with, but we have offered so much praise in Danny Waltman's direction. Boris Pardo, save one mistake on a kick-out, has been spectacular, and right there, getting out the right leg like a hockey goalie. Pardo making a huge save to keep it level terms.
You like double entendre? We got triple entendre here on the broadcast. Good stuff moving forward from Pee-wee there. On the short-handed effort, not to be confused with his height. We're not talking about that there. Or maybe we are. Here's Ferrara, a very tall man, 6'3". Ferrara, forward, player coach, Nick Ferrara. Ferrara, overlapping run from Jertson. Ferrara squares up. Ferrara to this near side, Matty Clare. Clare, back to Adam West. Adam West drives one, and Adam West with an absolute golazo. A peach from number 21. Goal! Tacoma from 2-1 down, almost at the halftime buzzer. Got one just before the halftime break, and now they get another. On the power play, a brilliant drive from Adam West.
Assist to Clare, left-footed curve. Woo! Slider into the strike zone, bam. Adam West. And the assist to Matty Clare. And the power play goal. Giles was upset with the booking for the two-footed tackle, and it's in the net. And now the Sockers with some work to do. It's 3-2 Tacoma.
Giles fresh out of the box, looking to net an equalizer. Pride of Poway with the man who just scored, actually.
It is 3-2, by the way. Scoreboard showing 2-2. Don't know why they haven't put the third goal up for Tacoma, but Tacoma is leading.
Tacoma 3, Sockers 2. We score with 10:40 left here in this third quarter. Pereira flips it forward beautifully. Fake there from Cox. Here's the affirmation of the goal. Clare gets an assist for the Stars. He almost had an assist for the Sockers. Pretty much did at the end of the first quarter. He blasted one off of Brian Farber for the second Sockers goal of the night. The last time the Sockers scored in this game back in the first quarter. It's a long ball forward though for Leo. I guess we'll just run with this one. Matt Clare with an assist for both teams in this game. Approaching 5 minutes gone here in this third quarter. Foul against Leonardo de Oliveira.
First of 4 you can draw, really 3 you can draw. The fourth, automatic blue card.
Restart. Philip Lund. The Dane out there, the number 8 on his back. Denmark international, the Serbian international. The Tacoma ranks.
Long run.
Look out for the drive with the right foot that clips through the net and all the way up to the back row of the stands. Off the right foot of Corey Keats.
Well, Keats needed to have an eye to the side of his head, not in the back of his head, because Philip Lund was making a tremendous run all the way through midfield and then angling the left wing and had a great opportunity if he laid the ball off.
McCluskey back in the game now for Tacoma, along with Rafael Cox. They're the ones tasked with putting a little pressure on Pino and Pardo at the back for the Sockers. Everybody pretty much keeping the game in front of them for Tacoma right now. It's the approach with the lead. The visitors with a 1-goal lead. Oh, so funny how tactics can change when the score changes. But here's Taylor Bond in a good situation. Not a good bounce for the Sockers number 2. It's into the hands of Waltman. And Tacoma head the other way from left to right. Silky touch from Pereira, and he's knocked onto his keister by Pino.
Easy foul.
Suckered into it. Guerrero Pino, brilliant stuff by Pereira. You're thinking, how's this guy hanging on to this thing? You start getting frustrated and kicking at him. Next thing you know, you've committed a foul. Restart. 6 minutes gone now here in this third quarter. Up the right wing for Tacoma. Ramos back to Cox. The back line, Adam West. The difference in this game right now. What a goal that was. Almost caught a few people off guard. Didn't realize how pretty it was till you saw the replay. Here's Pereira. Love the celebration from Adam West. He's turned back, said, no big deal. A little dirt off the shoulder. Got those in the back pocket all day. And here he is in space up this right side for Tacoma, but he elects to not take the big first touch up that wing and allows for the line change. And I think part of that motivation was the fact that he was due to come off. He sprints back to the Tacoma bench, joins his player coach, Nick Ferrara. That one is blasted wildly by Megson, eventually ends up back in the hands of Boris Pardo. Pardo is shooing everybody away and then saying, wait, I need help. Come back here. Good check back by Tino at the feet of Pardo. Zé Roberto, the elder statesman in the lineup, the Brazilian for the Sockers tonight. Great to see Zé Roberto back in the San Diego fold for Phil Salvaggio. Into the center. Lackadaisical stuff there from Pollo, almost given away, but strong stuff for Ruiz to retain. Ruiz has it back now over on those boards. In front of our friend Cowboy Salazar. Over there, the seventh man for the Sockers.
Look out.
And it was
Ruiz
a foul.
Is down.
Ooh.
And I'm not sure, but
Contreras is going over to...
He's coming off of a lower body injury.
Yeah.
And he's kind of favoring the same area. As you can see, there's a wrap there.
Yeah, it's that upper part of the right leg, upper right thigh.
That doesn't look great.
Now they're calling for a switch immediately. Contreras was the one Sockers player who wanted to walk over and check on his teammate.
And we brought it up very early, Nate, but I think it does bear repeating that the Sockers, from Thursday night's lineup, lost a pair of players to injuries. There's Arcerda, who took a ball to the head very late in the game, and then Christian Segura, also very late, suffering a lower body injury. And as a result, we see Zay and Eddie draw into the lineup tonight. Hiram Ruiz, who was unable to answer the bell because the Sockers were playing it cautious with that injury that he's been dealing with. And it looks like, we hope, not a serious situation, but Hiram's going to go to the bench. Athletic trainer Paul Savage is one of the best in the league, but Hiram looked pretty upset, and you can see he's shaking his head right now. Might not be good news for one of the most talented midfielders in the club.
He's trying to tell the coaches that he's okay. I don't want to go off any conjecture right here, but he's shaking his head at his teammates right now with a bit of a smile on his face, trying to just do a little massage work on that upper thigh. So whether or not he comes back tonight remains to be seen, but I think it is safe to say that it's not something for Ruiz that's catastrophic, or we're talking a multi-game injury. I don't know if he's going to come back tonight, but it does not look like it's as bad as it could have been there.
Well, the real question will be the trip, right?
Absolutely. Sockers on the restart here with Pittman. Contreras deflected. Go! The Sonoran gets the Sockers level of 3 with 7:48 left. Contreras with the equalizer. Goal! We're looking for defensemen who can score goals here in the 2018-19 season. We talked all about Contreras as a candidate. Case in point, Craig Elston.
Beautiful, clinical, confident finish by Ray Contreras. And the Sockers needed that one badly. They get what they need.
Aided by the deflection. Contreras takes full credit. Pittman with the assist off the set piece. Set up beautifully for Contreras to take the drive. He did so, and he gets the glory. Again, with some help from a Tacoma touch. And now Matt Clare is going to see a blue card.
Ramiro Cruz is not a man who pulls that card out easily. And Clare is sent to the bin. Sockers with a chance to build after drawing even.
Big break here for San Diego. Momentum on the side of the home team. And Matt Clare with a pure frustration foul right in front of the penalty box. Didn't have far to walk after the blue card was shown. He was standing right next to the sin bin. And now as the fans get loud again, here inside Pechanga, newly named Pechanga Arena, San Diego, here in this 2018-19 season.
Number 99, Matt Clare, 2 minutes for kicking.
Kicking, you're called. I thought kicking was what you wanted to do.
Not in that sense. Almost. Let's fine-tune the approach a little bit. Here's Leo. Across the face. 20 seconds have elapsed on this power play.
Look out, Childs.
Short-handed effort. Childs back defending against Ramos. Ramos got all kinds of speed. Ramos cutting onto his right foot. Blocked by Craig Childs. Bravo, captain. And then Ramos wins it right back though from Bond. Good stuff short-handed there. The energy from Mike Ramos, Spokane, Washington native. Out there lighting a spark. We're seeing down a man. Tied in terms of the score though. You love Ramos right now, pounding on the floor. Leading the charge in this defensive effort. And the penalty kill. Tacoma with their first successful penalty kill of the season back in the first half of this game. See if they can replicate that here. Cross field, Sockers trying to spread things out. Almost a high boot there. Bond has it back though. Back with Escoto. Tijuanense wants to square up against Hansen. Works it over to Craig Childs. Mr. Poway down to the Brazilian Leo de Oliveira. Quick trigger. How do you get that shot off? Danny Waltman says, I don't care. I stopped it. Quick throw out from Waltman. Audacious attempt from Mike Ramos. Talked about the energy that he's brought on this penalty kill. He almost brought an absolute pearl. Right foot. Almost blind there, swinging back. Just with the eyes on the back of his head. Well, a la Fernando Torres there. Gorgeous stuff. Back to Craig Childs. Childs into the Brazilian Leo de Oliveira. Scored the golden goal in the home opener. Can he get a power play goal here? He's charging in, making a good run. They tried to find Leo, but it's just up and over the top. 10 seconds left on the power play. Childs back to the red line now with Gutierrez. Christian blocked by Bond. Childs, Craig Childs. Christian Gutierrez, power play over. Soccer still pressing though. Claire's going to come flying out. Childs has got to know. Flips it over to the far side. Brandon Escoto into Leo. Leonardo de Oliveira. Leonardo de Oliveira. Goal! Cheeky as ever. The Brazilian has done it again here in San Diego. What a goal. What a goal, Leonardo de Oliveira.
He kept trying the fancy back heel, the beautiful moment, and this is what a target can do. Look at that. Waltman, like a little baby sea turtle, trying to crawl to get that one back. Couldn't do it. Leo. Oh, Leo.
So they don't get it on the power play. Here's Farber pressing forward. They get it just at the conclusion of that man advantage, but they have the lead back. And here's Taylor Bond almost getting his first goal for the Sockers here in this arena. But he can't finish. Farber did a great job getting that thing into a danger area. This thing has livened up. Adam West onto his left foot. Adam West just wide. What a corner for number 21 for Tacoma. West with that left-footed bender up into the top corner to give Tacoma a lead. What seems just a few moments ago. So much has happened since. The Sockers now have a 4-3 lead. Topsy-turvy roller coaster ride. Lead changes galore. A lot of lead changes for a game that's not that high scoring. This has been topsy-turvy as any. Foul committed this time by Megson. The Sockers made it 1-0, 1-1, 2-1 to the Sockers, 2-2, 3-2 to Tacoma, 3-3, now 4-3 to San Diego.
And I just keep going back to Leo as the Sockers are going to get a red line free kick here straight away, Nate. That is such classic 80s indoor at its best. That's a Julie V move.
Oh, the nostalgia in full flow. Childs plays it to Raimundo Contreras, blocked on the slide, putting his body on the line. Troy Peterson.
I mean, it's Julie V, it's Stan Stamenkovic, it's Jungle.
That's what we're talking about. When we look down just below us a few minutes ago, and there's a fan wearing the V throwback. He's got the Julie V throwback, and you look down, you see that goal from Leo. It brings it all together. It's nostalgia in the present moment. Zé Roberto getting in the mix, cries of a handball. Now this one's off the referee. Zé Roberto back to Childs, Contreras, Escoto. And the Tijuanense is absolutely hacked by Megson. Megson didn't think there was all too much swing in it there with his right leg, but I think a foul nonetheless. Childs is not going to take too much time on this thing. Childs wanted to play quickly, and now he's asking about the wall. Childs takes the kick now, diving down to his left and saving and holding Danny Waltman. Waltman, yeah, you might feel like he should have done better on that play from Leo, but he's made so many saves tonight. He's still a huge reason why this is only a one-goal game, even if one of the goals he could have done better on. But Leo caught everybody by surprise with what he did. You were half expecting it, half thinking, no, there's no way he's going to do it. Tacoma press forward from left to right. The visitors in white.
Unnecessary tackle.
Raimundo Contreras going down to stop Ramos. Ramos has been lively here in this third quarter. And Ferrara.
And that's Ferrara.
Ferrara, who's already been to the box here in this game.
He and Leo. Those are two guys who have more touch between them than about 35% of the teams in the Major Arena Soccer League.
Ferrara may be saying, hey, only I get to do that kind of stuff. Leo stealing a little thunder from Nick Ferrara.
Tough pressure there.
Tacoma gets it. Tacoma holds on to it as the YMCA continues around here at the Pechanga Arena, San Diego. Tacoma anxious to press forward here as we approach 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Waltman with the ball at his feet. Player knocked to the floor for Tacoma. Foul called against Eddie Velez. And Velez is going to get a talking to here. Salvaggio clapping on the Sockers bench. A few smiles, a few laughs. As the Sockers get back and collect themselves defensively. Velez and Hansen slap five. Now Velez saying, back to business. Danny Waltman at his own red line. Fourth quarter, as we've talked about, these keepers can come over the white line. That could be something to keep an eye on when it comes to Danny Waltman. Oh, dangerous stuff at the back from Hansen. Hansen somehow manages to hang on to that thing. It's over with West. West to the open man. Good stuff out of the back here with Rafael Cox. Tacoma playing dangerously, but also playing smart. Adam West waits for the line change. Plays it back to Danny Waltman. 2.5 minutes. Coming up on 2.5 minutes left here in this third quarter. Good overlapping run. Cox down in the corner. Off of Pee Wee, who's back into the game.
Pee Wee good. Hiram is there as well.
And look out here. It's Ruiz over to Pee Wee. Pee Wee to Pollo. The 1-2 almost comes off. Back with Farber now. Bond. Taylor Bond. Works it back to that right side. Fresh back in the game, Luis Pee Wee Ortega.
And Ruiz off. He gave it a test there. Let's see.
Okay. Anxious to keep an eye on that. We'll talk more about that in the fourth quarter. Coming back, giving it a little bit more massage, kind of checking in with Savage. See how that storyline progresses.
He didn't get to run right there.
He's testing it out, though. Good sign. Here's Boris Pardo. Minute 45 left. Pardo up that left side. Bond gives chase. Taylor Bond. Taylor Bond. Taylor Bond. Danny Waltman. Minute and a half left. Waltman throws to Claire. Is Claire going to get a goal on his return? It's going to have to wait. He's back onto the bench. Tacoma changes again. Lund. Philip Lund. Back to Danny Waltman. Danny Waltman up the side here. Taylor Bond. Bond over to Gutierrez. Christian Gutierrez. Shot blocked. Zé Roberto. Save Danny Waltman, and that was one of the picks of the bunch for the night. So impressive. Down to his right. Those bright orange Aviata gloves doing the rest. Childs drives one. Deflected into the hands of Waltman. The bright orange and yellow. The fine independent goalkeeping glove company. Herrera.
Beautiful.
Cross field. Beautiful stuff from Tacoma. Stars still in this game thanks to their goalkeeper. Sockers have the lead thanks to Leonardo de Oliveira, a 4-3 lead. Remember when Leonardo de Oliveira scored a goal to make it 4-3 for the Sockers?
I do.
Yeah, it's funny. That was a golden goal. No such end the game scenario here. But he does give the Sockers a valuable 4-3 lead here in the third quarter. Seconds left in this third quarter. Maybe time for another rush for San Diego. Pino gives it away, though. Maybe a time for another chance for Nick Pereira. Still Nick Pereira. Still Pereira. Knocked away. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Gonzalez, little shoving match breaks out. 2 seconds. Shoot
one.
the ball. Gotta shoot. Horn sounds. Not gonna count. If it goes in, that's gonna do it. 45 minutes in the books. 15 to go here at the Pechanga Arena, San Diego. Your score after 3 quarters. In a Saturday night in America's finest city. It's the San Diego Sockers 4, the Tacoma Stars 3. We're back with fourth quarter action right here on MASL TV.
Excuse me, I'd like to make a withdrawal.
Sure. Checking, savings, or Sockers.
Sockers?
Wait, what?
That's my team.
Sockers are awesome.
The Sockers are awesome. Join us on Saturday, January 5th, when the Sockers renew their rivalry with the Ontario Fury. All fans receive a Sockers Clear fanny pack. Get your tickets today. Call 866-799-GOAL or go online to sdsockers.com.
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the fino things in life.
Sockers fans, January 11th is retro night when the Sockers take on the Ontario Fury. You're not going to want to miss it when the Sockers take the field wearing genuine retro uniforms from their second run of 5 consecutive championships in the late 80s and early 90s. All fans in attendance receive a 40th anniversary team poster, and it's a $2 Bud Light Friday night. Get your tickets for Retro Night, January 11th at sdsockers.com. Sockers 4, Tacoma Stars 3. Nate Abarea here with you on MASL TV. And to take you the rest of the way with the play-by-play, I give you, with great pleasure, Craig Elston.
Thank you so much, Nate. What a game this has been. How about the entertainment value of the first 2 matches of the Sockers season? You got to come out here, folks. sdsockers.com. Get your tickets. Big games coming up after the new year, the 5th and the 11th against Chris Toth and the Fury. Sockers in the fourth quarter, going left to right. The Stars right to left. It's been 1 goal all the way when it's not been tied. Pollo is back out there and active to start the fourth. After the injury scare late in the third, but he loses the ball. And now he must pursue, and it's Ramos, and he hits it off the post!
Wow.
Up in the air and flicked away by Pardo. Fortune favors the Sockers in the first minute of the third.
A couple of times, not once but twice there. The initial shot going off the post, but then the second chance just not hanging up in the air enough.
Is Roberto forward to Leo. The Brazilians working together in Jogo Bonito. Leo, speaking of Jogo Bonito, the target hold and back heel from the free throw line before. Farber. Working along the wall right side and back to the middle, and Contreras, who tied it on a deflection goal. First minute off the fourth quarter clock. Sockers up 1-4-3. It's Contreras. Holds and rolls it across the midfield stripe just above it. Pee Wee sends it back. Pardo, top of the triangle, as the Sockers possess from the back. Little indecision there. Contreras will run off and Pino on, but the rest of the forwards will stay on and cycle. It's Childs up top with Gutierrez and Farber in the midfield, and now Childs to accept. Along the wall, back to Farber, missed touch. Pardo will clean it up. Pino head up and looking. Not a lot of movement from the Sockers right now. Kind of dead with this group of forwards right now. See if they can build something up. Pee Wee to Pino. Look out for a poor touch. Back to Pardo. Well recovered with the second minute elapsed. Sockers know very well they can't sit on a one-goal lead.
Absolutely not. Learned that last week.
Pino to Pardo. To Ortega. And across. Guerrero surveys. Ex of the Kansas City Comets, acquired by trade. The trade that sent Matt Clare to Tacoma.
It is cracking me up the longer that the scoreline stays in place, and the way this game's going, this might be the final score unless something livens up here.
Pardo lovely in front. Now headed down to Pee Wee in the corner. Cox had a couple hands in his back as the ball comes back to Escoto. Across the Soccer Loco logo. Across the Soccer Loco logo.
Soccer Loco logo on the Sockers field, on Ron Newman Field. There we go.
That's lovely. Pardo, right-footed bid forward, hits the seam. Let's see. Childs knocks it down with a high boot. Chest to toe. Three men around him, keeps possession. How lovely was that?
Not a bad
My
touch
goodness.
there.
Within the middle of everything, you just see artistry from Greg Childs and experience using that ball in tight quarters.
Childs again.
Staggering and drawing the whistle.
Childs is going to get up and take this free kick, surely. But again, the longer the scoreline takes play, or he's going to play it short here. Childs, look out.
Boom. Blocked.
Again, it's Leonardo de Oliveira for 4-3. And if this thing were to hold, which surely it can't. Surely there's got to be another goal.
Once more. Bond will get this ball. Here comes Taylor Bond. Kick saved by Waltman into the netting. Corner kick coming.
Danny Waltman, you've heard the name some.
Bond surely feeling snake bit right now. But he hustles off hard and is playing hard for this Sockers team. And I truly know the time will come when Taylor Bond scores a huge goal for this club. Childs says, look at me, Ramiro, I'm ready. Pino! Wide.
Got the sledgehammer through that one. Just couldn't keep it straight.
Nice through ball. Here he comes. The shot is wide by Cox. The finish will be there to tie it up. And it is Megson 4-4. More work in San Diego to come. We are tied.
Wall of scorer action for Megson. Cox doing all the work. Brilliant stuff from Cox there. Forward. Got Pardo off his line. Was going for goal himself, but did a good job keeping it low enough to use the boards on the way back. And as you see on the replay here, Tacoma countering out. Great ball up that wing. You look at the trailing run from Megson. Megson never giving up on the play. Cox played it off the boards to him. No mistake, an easy finish in the end of it for Megson. He's got another one for Tacoma. And we've got ourselves a tie ball game coming up on 4 minutes gone here in this fourth quarter.
Contreras. 3:43, the time of goal, tied at 4. And this tremendously entertaining Saturday night match, bringing you into the holidays on MASL TV. Great to be with you tonight. Sockers will be on the road after Christmas and then back here on the 5th. Here's Leo! Oh, it's Waltman again! Right hand, left hand again! Contreras, nifty steal. What now? Leo, back to Ray, flicks it! Wide! Wall pass drive, Velez was up in the air. Gonzalez keeps it on the Sockers' foot. Sends it in! Chipped, and there's another right-hander!
Class.
Hands of gold! Philip Lund sends it to the wall and runs the middle.
Momentum on the side of the visitors right now. Just going to say it. They got Another minute or so right now. The roller coaster ride that this game's been. Tacoma knows right now, tail's got to be up. Nick Ferrara's got to lead the charge right now, saying, guys, press down on the gas just a little harder than normal right now for these next 60 seconds or so.
I think it bears being said how organized and calm Tacoma has been under Ferrara tonight. Ferrara is in the corner now.
Here he is.
Working on Contreras. What a matchup. And this one just comes spinning back randomly to Waltman. 9:38 running in a tie game in the fourth. More excitement at Pechanga Arena, San Diego. We saw golden goal overtime in the season opener. What is coming tonight? So much time between here and there. As players tire, here's Pereira on the wall in the corner. Holding and finding Cox stepping in. This is Jamel Cox, the younger brother of the two. West, who's had the crafty southpaw. Now this ball, importantly, knocked down by Poyo, who is still playing but does not have the exact burst since the injury. Contreras forward, 6th minute off the clock. Zane with fresh legs, even at 40. You'll never see a man more committed to fitness, by the way, than Zé Roberto. At the end of every practice, when everyone else is done, he's out there doing push-ups, sit-ups. Headed toward and headed out by Claire. This is top of the arc, and Claire knows it. Sockers are going to get the set piece in the 4-4 tie.
Big opportunity for San Diego right here. Tacoma will see if they can force the timeout, or if Childs play this one to perfection.
Timeout call. Well, Saturday, January 5th is the next Sockers home game. The Ontario Fury are in town for the first time this year, and all fans will receive a Sockers clear fanny pack. How useful coming into Pechanga Arena, San Diego. You need that clear pack anyway. How about using it to sport your Sockers pride? You can get your tickets for the Sockers and the Fury. 866-799-GOAL or sdsockers.com, as you see on the screen. Phil Salvaggio talking to his group, laying out the free kick. These are all practiced throughout the course of the week, whether they're practicing at Sockers Indoor Center, which is in the parking lot here outside Pechanga Arena, or up at the Y in Encinitas.
There's a little bit of extra emphasis on the conversation, the brief conversation that Craig Childs had with Christian Gutierrez.
Speaking rather bluntly, the Sockers have had 1 goal on free kicks this year, and all the rest of them have been futile efforts. So let's see what they've cocked up.
Well, are you counting that goal from Contreras earlier in this game?
Is that a free kick? I thought that was through action.
Worked from a set piece. It becomes live action back immediately. But watch out for something similar here. Watch out for Gutierrez here on this near side.
Childs creeps forward. Childs under. Shot save again! The magic continues. Can the Sockers break the spell? It's Ramos.
Well, they used Gutierrez
Lovely
as
tackle.
the decoy.
Childs again up to the task.
Used Gutierrez as the decoy, and then it worked. Over to Escoto, cutting back onto his left foot, and Waltman just stood his ground.
So well designed, well executed, and well saved.
Well canceled out. It's the theme of the night. Nobody doing anything wrong.
No. Many other goalies, there'd be 9 or 10 on the board now. Here's Pereira. Dispossessed by the double team, but Pardo had to come out. Now this back heel is stolen. It's Cox working on the far midboards.
Lovely stuff from Cox there, all with the left foot there, peeling that back, keeping it away from Escoto, then keeping it away from Childs and clipping it back and maintaining possession for his side.
52 minutes are gone, 7:45 remaining on the fourth quarter clock, 4-4 in the fourth. Claire.
Both Cox brothers tonight.
This one, solid. Pino can see. He's got Pereira leaning into him. These guys one way and then the other. Here's the foul on Nick. Drawing fouls on Pereira is clearly important.
It's the foul count right now on Nick Pereira. Getting up there.
Pereira of Tacoma has picked up his 3rd foul of the half.
There you go. One more, and it's a blue for Nick.
Hey, Callan, where did I leave my car keys? No, he can't get that one? All right.
Pittman. Attention fans. Nate left his car keys.
I mean, if he pulled that
in my
off.
pocket.
If he pulled that off.
Because I took them.
He answered the foul call, though. That was well played, Kellen.
That, unfortunately, was not well played, that particular pass. And back to Ferrara, showing once again. Nick Ferrara is just remarkable. He's gotten so much better playing with the U.S. Soccer.
Well, he's a guy who we've talked about this on Soccer's Overtime, Craig, on that podcast, which if you don't already subscribe to, you must do that immediately. We've talked all about it on Soccer's Overtime. And Nick Ferrara is a guy that can get better with age. Some people depend so much on speed and physicality and things that are at their peak, maybe in the mid to late 20s. Nick Ferrara plays a brand of soccer that can age like a fine bottle of wine. And we're seeing it every year. You think, it's got to peak at some point. It doesn't. Now he's a coach.
Ramiro Cruz barking out over to the officials' crew, and now Ferrara and Philip Lund do a quick huddle on this free kick. 6:31 to go in a tie game. Lund. What's he going to plan? He's going to step over. Ferrara's going to shoot. Punched away by Pardo. Ramos worked it to his right. There's Escoto through traffic. And Ferrara spinning and whizzing around the Kaiser logo. And then Escoto takes it away. Escoto with 3 men around him. Will curve it wide. Try for his own rebound and hit the post. 6:12 to go in the tie game.
He absolutely meant to do that. Absolutely meant to do that all the way Escoto, and he almost pulled it off.
Corey Keats. Diagonal run. Back to West. 6 minutes to play.
It's old school, and people who've been around arena soccer for a long time, they talk about it. Surprised they don't see it more. Actually, that intentional wall pass to yourself right there. A little throwback from Escoto. It almost turned into a go-ahead goal.
Wall pass here. Blocked away by Zay, who's seen it from the MISL to the PASL to the MASL.
Absolutely.
Pittman gets held along the way by McCluskey. What a game. And all these Pacific Division matches so far have been something to watch.
Nobody pulling away from anybody in this division. And actually a score in from Turlock tonight. Ontario defeating Turlock by a score of 5-4 this evening. So
cash your tickets if you had Turlock.
I mean,
plus 6.5.
Foul right
Leo
here.
Leo draws a foul.
Leo draws the foul. But just finishing up on that thought, Craig, we talk all about San Diego, Tacoma, and Ontario and these close games, these relatively low-scoring games, these very fundamentally sound games. Turlock Express almost stealing one from Ontario out at the Shed in Stanislaus County tonight.
And Ontario and Tacoma play tomorrow night. Pee-wee, long and high off the frame in the Soccer's script logo.
Always rising, but I like the shot there from Pee-wee.
Gutierrez. Pardo bends it into the corner. And falling in the corner, there's a goal! And no, whistle first. No. Whistle first. Foul was drawn, and I think the appropriate call, I think it was.
Appropriate call, but take nothing away from Cristian Gutierrez. I don't think he knew the whistle had blown. That had already left his foot by the time he heard that whistle. That was a thing of beauty on the finish.
Yeah, nice try, kid. Now do it again. Here's Velez. Sends it just wide, trying to pick the left corner.
Cristian. Gonna be attacking that one.
Gutierrez through the legs. Gutierrez flicking off the crossbar. Chesting and working so hard, the Tijuanense.
Go on.
And now at the last moment, taken away. Opportunity to run. Ferrara wants the ball. Cox instead runs. Wall pass to himself along the bench. Long enough for Velez to capture. Boyo pressured by Ferrara.
Pereira's got to be careful. One more foul.
Staggering Hiram. Make that Pee-wee, pardon me. Here's Leo Long. Look out. Farber. Header! Waltman to his knees, grasping with two hands and crouching. His 20th save tonight, according to the scoreboard.
It's just so good.
Has to use the feet here. High pressure for San Diego. Leo reaching in for the tackle, but the possession goes back to Tacoma. With 3:52 left to go in a tie match. It's Ferrara. Here comes Rafael Cox. Now it's Claire. Trying to work out of the back. Adam West. Looks up and checks the scoreboard as he does. Back to Waltman. Claire send it back to Danny quickly. He wasn't expecting it. Now high pressure, and now the Sockers have 2 men behind the play. Can Tacoma quickly convert and take advantage? Long ball is Claire. Finds it off the wall, but spinning. Settles it down. Defense back, shot blocked up in the air, and back the other way. Out of play and a quick restart by Claire. Here's Ferrara in the corner. There's Contreras on him. That matchup continues. Claire sees a reach-in steal by Vaughn for a moment. Vaughn again poked it through the legs of Ferrara, but it's going to go back to West.
That was heads up by Ferrara. Bond had steel in his eyes, and Ferrara read the angle. He saw Claire in trouble, and he was already coming over to help before Claire had actually even lost the ball, and every inch crucial there from Ferrara. Saying, yeah, Taylor Bond, you might have a little bit, maybe a lot of bit speed on me, but I'm going to try to be one step ahead of you.
Here comes Ramos with a step. Ramos coming in! There's Pardo when needed! Headed back. Danger continues. Ferrara working back.
Oh,
now it's Lund.
Wow.
Philip Lund with a hesitation. Ramos. Wall pass back for Lund. And Farber was there to chip it away, but Ferrara cleans. Collects, rolls, shoots blocked by Pollo. Pollo tips and Bond sees it come back out to the middle. West. The lefty shoots. He scores! As good a goal as you can see. Adam West turns the light on with 2:23 left. And Tacoma has a 5-4 lead.
Adam West otra vez. What a strike, an absolute thunderbolt from Tacoma's 21. He gave the Stars a 3-2 lead in the third quarter. And in this wild ride, with lead changes galore, Adam West says, pick that one out. What a strike. Tacoma back in the lead, 2:23 left in the fourth, and another ascent necessary for the home side here in San Diego, and it better start now.
And it will see Pollo put on the pink 6th attacker jersey. And now the Sockers need to play forward and try and find an equalizer. Escoto. Ferrara gets the helper on that. Gutierrez. 12:37. Wow. Pollo. Childs. Corner. Good. It's Leo. Leo. Crosses. Gutierrez. Settles and sends the corner. Escoto. And Gutierrez thought it would come to the other foot. Brings it back to Pollo. Under 2 to play. 5-4 Tacoma. But Chonga Arena San Diego hasn't seen a loss in 16 matches. Flying scissor kick try by Escoto. And Pollo collects. Remember, 6th attacker, no keeper out for San Diego. Pardo on the bench. Gutierrez to Pollo. Escoto off his toe. Banged off the corner glass.
Farber's got to get this.
Farber. Lots of work to keep the ball. Under 90 to play.
No call. Okay.
Childs, left wing, outside the red line. Now over to Escoto. Escoto bends it. He's looking for Leo, heads it quickly back to Childs, and there's a minute 12 on the clock. Sockers down 1.
Patience.
Leo curving and kicked down to the box. Pollo will find it. We're working to the 60th minute. The Sockers will need Sockers magic to tie this game tonight. The header try, Gutierrez, it's found by Waltman. Waltman's going to try and throw it into the net. Waltman throws it forward. Does it have the distance? Will it be wide? It will.
Oh my goodness. That would have iced it. That would have iced it. Waltman knows it.
He would have had a goal and an assist. Escoto. Over to Leo in the corner. Leo shoots! The save by Waltman. He's got another. 22. 38 seconds. Corner kick, San Diego. Escoto waits. Escoto flicks it.
Oh.
Looking for Childs and stolen. This is an opportunity. Kintz will send it forward. Now Pollo must deal with Rafael Cox in the corner. And there's under 30 seconds to play. Cox is rolling the ball, and Farber comes over to take it away.
Huge from Farber.
And a big reversal as well. Now there's 20 seconds, and this is going to be the last rush for San Diego. Escoto, 15 seconds to play. Down by 1. Dangerous touch by Leo. There are 10 seconds left. Escoto with 2 men around him. Backheel stop! There's Waltman again! In the air! Looking for the bike was Farber. There's 3 seconds. It's in the air. The Stars have come to San Diego, and they have taken the game.
Oh, my goodness. 2 words only. Danny Waltman.
That's one of the best matches you'll ever see from a veteran goalie. 37 years old, Danny Waltman plays one of the matches of his career in the MASL. He has 23 saves, the most needed, has an assist in a 1-goal game, almost threw in a goal on top of that. Waltman and the Stars celebrate a 16-match home winning streak for the Sockers is over, and they absorb their first loss of the campaign.
Waltman is going to take man of the match honors.
He should
without
take
a doubt.
player of the week, and any other choice is kind of ridiculous.
Without a doubt, Danny
with that
Waltman.
kind of performance. That's one of the great performances you'll see. This is what indoor is all about. This is why you need to watch the MASL on MASL TV, and you need to come out to your local arena and support your club and tell your friends how exciting this sport is, because that's a remarkable game to watch.
Yeah, much love right now. A few dozen Tacoma Stars fans. A lot of great San Diego connections with this team, so a lot of people in attendance tonight cheering for the Stars who actually live here in San Diego with family connections to the likes of Nick Ferrara, some old friends of Matt Clare from his time living here in San Diego. Danny Waltman, a former Socker in his own right, and San Diego is proud of all of their Sockers players tonight in this arena, applauding the Sockers players walking off, but a few dozen Tacoma Stars fans making a whole lot of noise right now, and as they should, lapping this one up, soaking it up, and love the gesture from all the Stars players immediately coming over to their away support, we'll call it, traveling support, away support here at Pechanga Arena, San Diego. The Sockers players also doing what's right, even after a gut-wrenching defeat, going around and high-fiving with the various sets of youth soccer players here in the arena. Tough to keep your heads up high after this one, but the Sockers are going to need to, because they were simply beaten. Unlike last week where we talked about the Sockers not having their shooting boots. And yeah, it was a great goalkeeping performance last week as well from Fidel for RGV. However, this week puts that one in the dust. This was all about the goalkeeping performance. Last week, we were talking a little bit more about the Sockers not finding the shooting boots. Here this week, they had the shooting boots and then some. They're putting shot on goal after shot on goal. And Danny Waltman all the way down to the very last second. With 5 seconds left, Waltman makes the biggest save of the night. Incredible performance from Danny Waltman. Without a doubt, the man of the match. What a performance.
As we welcome you into the broadcast booth here for a quick post-game wrap-up, 5-4 Tacoma, 2-0 Tacoma in the fourth quarter. Now keep in mind, Tacoma tomorrow night will play in Ontario. It'll be the Furies' third match in 4 games. It'll be for the Stars back-to-back. Not much travel, 2 hours up I-15. Nonetheless, the Sockers playing their second match in 72 hours, and maybe the fourth quarter showed a tiny bit of that, but for the most part, I just think this was Danny Waltman. This is straightforward. I think this is a match that, while I know players, coaches, front office, they're going to go through, find things, find where the mistakes were, and feel bad about it. To me, most other days you win that game. You win that game with maybe 3 or 4 or 5 more goals, and a lot of times you'd definitely be playing golden goal right now.
Well, I think the Sockers need to know that, and I think it's important for Phil Salvaggio and the leaders on this Sockers team, the likes of Craig Childs and Brian Farber and a few other players within the Sockers ranks. It was great to see Eddie Velez back in the lineup tonight, another strong veteran presence out there for San Diego. It's paramount for those guys to be the ones to find that right balance of disappointment, anger, which are both emotions that should be very present right now in any situation like this one, but also find that delicate balance of reminding everybody that you did everything you possibly could. This was not we left something out there that we could have done differently. If you really want to nitpick, I'm sure you could find something. I'm sure the film team will do just that. But for all intents and purposes tonight, this was a great Sockers performance, and just an even better one from Danny Waltman.
I think it was just a great match in the MASL.
A great advert for the league, as they say, indeed.
Yeah, I think so. This is one of those tapes that you save and you promote, in terms of, wow, what a game, what performances. Adam West, Nick Ferrara, Danny Waltman, and then you can go through everyone succeeding for San Diego. Leo's goal, which we're going to keep remembering for weeks and months and years.
Should have been a winner. It should have been a winner. That's the one thing, I guess the one kind of sour grapes I take away is that moment from Leonardo de Oliveira, which is going to go viral. It's going to be all over Twitter. It's going to be all over YouTube and social media. That should have been a winning goal, but Danny Waltman and also Adam West saying not so fast, a win for Tacoma in the end of it.
It's 5-4 Tacoma, our full-time final tonight, as you see our terrific TVX video crew, and we celebrate their work this evening. We remind you the Soccer's next 2 matches on the road, both available on MASL TV. First, on Boxing Day, the day after Christmas, from Allen, Texas, 5 o'clock San Diego time. It'll be the Sockers and the Dallas Sidekicks from the Allen Events Center. The Sockers, because of the Christmas holiday, are going to be flying morning of match. And when you do that across time zones, I'll tell you, the last stop I was at professionally, they would leave 2 days before for a 2 time zone difference. And this is going to be leaving morning a match. So we'll see where the Sockers stand at the first time out and in the fourth quarter in that one. But it's going to be an entertaining game to be sure. And then 2 days later, oh my goodness, from Monterrey Arena, the Sockers and the Monterrey Flash. And then Nate and I will rejoin you after the new year, along with our TVX crew, on Saturday, the 5th Health and Wellness Night here, where the Sockers will hope to get back well on their home account when they take on the Ontario Fury and Chris Toth back here in San Diego, playing in front of these fans and on the opposing team for the first time. How fascinating that will be. Get your tickets at SanDiegoSockers.com, and don't forget, get those tickets not only for the 5th, but come right back the following Friday on the 11th for $2 Bud Light Friday night, Retro Night. The Sockers running out in their retro late 80s jerseys, the retro blues. Oh my goodness, we've got some fun in store for you here in San Diego, friends.
I will sing any 80s song that you want. You come with the 80s request on Retro Night. I'll see what I can do. If it's in the catalog, I'll see what I can get done. Retro Night's going to be fun from a culture point of view, from a music point of view, from a fashion point of view, from an arena soccer point of view. It's all going to tie together. I'm already getting pumped up for Retro Night on the 11th of January. And as we talked about on Soccer's Overtime, how fitting that it's such a good matchup that night. It's going to take us back to the glory days of arena soccer here in this grand old arena, as Guy Newman called it so eloquently last weekend.
Well, that'll do it tonight from San Diego, where the Sockers' home winning streak comes to an end thanks to Adam West's remarkable goal with just, at 12:37 of the 4th. That's all you need to know. My goodness. In the 58th minute, it was West, and it was Tacoma, and it was Waltman all game long. For Nate Abarea and our TVX video crew, led by Ted Bendrick, Craig Elston saying good night, everybody, and have a terrific holiday season.
Excuse me, I'd like to make a withdrawal.
Sure. Checking, savings, or Sockers.
Sockers?
Wait, what?
That's my team.
Sockers are awesome.
The Sockers are awesome. Join us on Saturday, January 5th, when the Sockers renew their rivalry with the Ontario Fury. All fans receive a Sockers Clear fanny pack. Get your tickets today. Call 866-799-GOAL or go online to sdsockers.com.
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the fino things in life. Your team. The perfect fit. The game ball. Are you ready? Soccer Loco. Next level performance.